You're a killer bee. Part of the swarm. Talk about Nisha. You get stung.
They are not your friends. Those are some crazy ass fans.
Well, we start with the saying this is not a work of fiction, which is true. We've researched the event of this show for 6 months before writing Dre into them. So when you look at the 7 episodes and that spanned, two and a half year period, we are really basically showing things that have existed on the internet as internet stories or various kind of news stories, and we put our main character in the middle of it.
It's so funny that the hardest things for me in acting is not like the dramatic stuff. It's almost like one word, or they say, now she laughs, and all of a sudden I'm like, do I know how to laugh? No, the Art of Night, no, I just kind of focused on the idea of loving. I think we all know what it means to like love somebody, and I think that's who Nyjah is for Dre. So if you have a lot of love, like I love Chloe, so the way I
love
say,
you,
the way I say Chloe is gonna have a meaning behind it. So I guess something like that, yeah.
Yes, well, what I love so much about Janine and Donald is that they really left it up to our interpretation. And I even remember when we went to Donald's house and we were asking specific questions like, okay, so what does this part mean? What does that mean? And, he would give little hints and little clues, but it was really up for us to create what it is in our mind. And I think that's the beautiful thing about art. It's all about perspective, and it's all based on our personal experience with it. So that's what was pretty cool. We got to make the characters in the world our own.
Amazon is a very successful corporation, so obviously nothing gets past them that is not, finally come through. When we set out to write this show, and we were really just kind of focusing on the feeling that this pop star gives. Obviously, Beyoncé is the most famous American black woman that is a singer in the world, right? So people will project that onto this character, which is fine. But it's really a feeling, and a feeling for black people. And in terms of her knowing it, I mean, obviously Donald and Beyonce are like really good friends, so like it's not like we're throwing anyone under the bus with this show at all.
I think as a musician and just a lover of all things music, I was really excited that would be a huge part of the storyline. And I even remember before we even started shooting, Donald invited me to the studio and I was playing a bunch of demos and he was like, play me the weird shit, play me all the stuff you produced. And it was really fun. I played like 30 to 50 demos. We were in there for a few hours. And what was pretty cool is how the track I wrote with Metro Boomin that ends the first episode. So it was cool that I didn't have to break any character to have music a part of the show to continue telling the storyline. So that was pretty cool for me as a musician. I would spend a lot on a concert ticket because that experience is priceless.
I kind of say it's so funny that I'm playing like the ultimate stand because I don't feel like I would be a good one. I don't really like to stand that long, so like standing at a concert probably wouldn't be my thing. But in the first concert I ever seen was like in 2018, so I really didn't go to concerts at all. I love music though, I really do.
I'm flying to Chicago to see a certain someone, and I will be spending a lot of money on that ticket. So I still have not bought it yet. That's how much money I'm going to be spending on that ticket. As a black woman approaching any story, because I think America has projected an idea of blackness onto storytelling, and so there's a formula that I think a lot of people are used to watching, and I think subverting a narrative, subverting a character, thinking outside the box, adding some sort of surrealistic element to a story is always just more powerful and elevated, in my opinion. And I think Atlanta set that tone, and this show will be setting a tone in a more kind of space of horror and thriller, and so we're really excited. But this is the way that we tell stories, and we hope more people tell more stories like this.